Welcome all of you. Today we will discuss about water pollution. Let us see first what is pollution. So pollution is the effect of undesirable changes in our surrounding and that have a very harmful effect on plants, animals and also human beings. So pollution is caused by pollutant. So pollutant is anything which may be solid, liquid or gas which causes pollution. For example, lead, sulfuric acid, carbon monoxide, etc. Now there are various types of pollution. For example, air pollution, water pollution, land or soil pollution, noise pollution, thermal pollution and nuclear pollution. But here today we will basically see in detail about water pollution. Here 71% of Earth's surface is covered by water, but only a small fraction is available as fresh water. Among this, 97% of total water is found in oceans and sea, and only 3% is fresh water. Out of this 3%, 2.997% is locked in ice caps and glaciers. The only water which is available is 0.003%, which is available as soil moisture, groundwater, water vapor, water in lakes, streams, rivers, and wetlands. Now, when the quality or composition of water changes directly or indirectly as a result of man's activities such that it becomes unfit for any purpose, it is said to be polluted. These terms means water pollution. So, there are different types of water sources. For example, surface water, water which is found on the surface, for example rivers, lakes, streams. Then groundwater which percolates or absorbs into the soil, into the ground. And aquifers, it means porous water saturated layers of sand, gravels or bedrock through which groundwater flows. It is replenished naturally by the rainfall. Now the pollution can be from two sources, point source or non-point source. Point source means when the source is known. For example, municipal and industrial discharge pipe leads to water pollution. And non-point source means the source is unknown from where the pollution is occurring. For example, agricultural runoff and acid rain. We will see sources of water pollution. So water soluble radioactive isotopes, for example radioactive waste, ionizing radiation which causes birth defects, cancer and genetic disorders. Hot water from thermal plants, nuclear power station, power plant release water, then oil leakages from ships, in the sea, in the oceans. Then water soluble inorganic chemicals such as acid salts, compounds of toxic metals, mercury and lead, organic compounds like oil, gasoline, plastics, pesticides, cleaning solvents, detergents, sediment of suspended water, insoluble particles of soils and other solid that are suspended in water. Then are the industrial effluents where water is discharged from the industries after having been used in different production processes. The waste which comes from these industries may contain acids, alkali, salt, poisons, oil, and in some cases harmful bacteria. Mining and agricultural waste like mines, especially gold and coal mines, are responsible for the large quantities of acid water. Then agricultural pesticides, fertilizers and herbicides may also wash into the rivers and stagnant water bodies. Sewage disposal and domestic waste from the farm and also from the house also pollute the rivers and dams. So here is the picture of water pollution which also hampers the marine life or we can say aquatic life. Let's move on to the causes of water pollution. So disease causing agents like bacteria, viruses, protozoa and parasitic worms can enter the water from the domestic sewage and from untreated human and animal waste. This may cause various waterborne diseases in human beings. Then there is increase of BOD level, that is biological oxygen demand. The large population of bacteria uses up the oxygen which is present in water to degrade the waste, and the amount of oxygen required to break down this certain amount of organic matter is termed as biological oxygen demand. Now, if there is too much of organic waste, there will be more amount of microorganism or large amount of microorganism present to degrade that waste. The available oxygen will be used up by those organisms, which will lead to decrease in the level of oxygen in the water body, and which leads to death of the fishes and different aquatic animals. As the oxygen level goes on depleting, there is the chances of anaerobic bacteria growing, which begins to break down the waste and produces chemicals that have foul and unpleasant odor and can be toxic. Then are the inorganic plant nutrients, for example nitrates and phosphates, which are used for the agriculture purpose. They cause excessive growth of algae and other aquatic plants, and this is termed as eutrophication. Then there are chances of biomagnification. It means concentration of certain type of chemical from the bottom to the top consumer. For example, the pesticides which are mixed in the water body due to water pollution are absorbed by the phytoplanktons. Then they are eaten by the fish or herbivores. The fish is consumed by the higher level fish, that is carnivores, which is consumed by other water birds or animals or human beings. And at every stage, the chemical or concentration of the pesticide or any chemical goes on increasing. This results in biomagnification. For example, DDT is a pesticide which resulted in biomagnification. So here is the picture which shows different sources of water pollution: the farm runoff, urban waste, industrial waste, air pollution, and etc. Now, what control measures can we take to avoid water pollution? First is prevention. It means to prevent the water pollution from all the possible sources, point and non-point. We can set up treatment plants from the effluents coming from the industries and from the sewage. Also, other control measures is root zone process, that is using reefs. So these are some control measures we can take to prevent the water pollution. Treatment plants can be set up for the effluent which comes out from the industries, and after filtration or after treating the water, we can let that water in the local water bodies. So this way we can prevent or we can avoid water pollution. So this was all about water pollution. What are the sources, causes and control measures to prevent water pollution? Thank you.